what's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 3 of a series I like to call Tearing Down an Engine with absolutely no mechanical experience. If you guys aren't following along with the series so far, basically, a while back, I was tasked to tear down an engine by a family member who needed it torn down so he could, sell it for parts, whatever, business. And, so far, it has been 5 months. This engine has been through a lot, and haven't made much progress on it, so I'm going to give you guys the whole backstory right now, and we're going to get into episode 3 of attempting to do this. But, spoiler alert, it doesn't go very well. So, make sure you watch until the end to see what happens. And, we're going to go ahead and get into what this engine has been through so far. 5 months ago, it was brought home very easily. It's a 1.4 liter Honda Accent, so it was very easy to bring back to the house. We began tearing down on it immediately, me, my dad, and my stepbrother, because they just wanted to get it done. I wasn't there for that. I was there to learn about it, and I was. When we were tearing down the engine the first day, it all seemed really easy because my dad was there helping us. He knew what he was doing. We didn't, and he was teaching us. So it was a good learning experience, and I was learning a lot. We eventually got down to about the camshaft area and into the engine block, and we were kind of down in the valve area when we ended up breaking a tool because on some of the inner bolts, they've been run so much that they're all wore down and stuck in there. And honestly, what my dad said was we need a power tool to even be able to get in there and take them out. He tried using all the leverage he could, but really he couldn't get it out. So after that, the project sat for a while. And over the course of these past 5 months, I have been going over there. I've made 2 episodes on it now, and I haven't, achieved anything. I broke 3 bolts on the bottom. As you guys know, I, started going to the bottom and tried to open up the engine from the bottom to maybe get to the crank or something, but I did not prevail because I didn't remember the simplest number 1 mechanic rule: righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And, I was just kind of an idiot. And today really is no different. So I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to let you guys watch this video. If any of you guys out there are mechanically inclined, I know a lot of people on my last video started commenting about that, and that's the whole reason I really got that into my head, because a lot of you guys went into the comment section below and started helping me out, so I appreciate you guys for that, and hope you guys can do the same for this video, because honestly, I'm just clueless. I'm recording this after. So, yeah, I don't have much else to say. Just get your popcorn ready and be ready to shed some tears and all that when you see what I'm doing. And, yeah, let's get into it. Hey, what's up, guys? Editor Wyatt here. I just want to say throughout this video, I am going to be doing a voiceover explaining all my thoughts this time, because you can't really hear me too well in the video or see me. So, yeah, just quick editor's note. So, as you guys can see here, I'm setting up everything. I've kind of got my camera angle. It is not the best, and as you guys can see, I'm kind of leaning down here because my toolbox is right there. And I'm, prepping up all my tools. I didn't do it before the recording, and I thought I'd kind of document that and show you guys that I went ahead and got my tools. Now, I didn't really think too much about what I was doing even this time. I didn't really even learn my lesson about, like sitting there and looking at the engine for a while. I just tried to get right back into it. And I will admit, for a while here, I actually forgot about lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. I can't say it in the right order. But, yeah, I wasn't thinking about that yet. So, I kind of forget. It's kind of a blur. I actually recorded this a while back. So, I won't remember, when that realization popped in my head. It was just a few minutes after I started working on it. But, just so you guys know, this is 17 minutes of footage of me struggling to do absolutely anything with an engine. So, yeah, I think we should skip to the part where I actually begin digging into this engine, because right now I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, well, there I go. But still, uh, we're going to cut to when this really happens. Actually, you know what? This is a good starting point right here. As you guys can see, I'm kind of struggling finding out the measurements again, which socket wrench and all that I need and what size it is. I believe there were 10 millimeters, but they say 8 on them. I'm not sure what's up with that. But, it's just kind of, I don't really, I think this is the right size that I started using. Although I'm not sure you're going to see me doing that well. I'm sitting over there breaking my back because I'm not sitting down. I'm literally just bending over while I'm doing it. So, I look absolutely ridiculous. But I've kind of started trying to break the bolts loose again. This time, I believe I was using righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. I believe I was using it from the start. I was a little confused and I didn't remember it. It was just habitual this time, Now I'm leaning down, and you can see this is where I start getting the engine, and, well, folks, it only goes downhill from here. So it's only a few minutes into the recording, and I'm already feeling pretty hopeless as I've tried a couple of things. And if you guys, I know you guys are here to give me a lot of mechanical advice and for me to learn. So I'm just going to kind of describe what I was doing here in the scenario because I feel like there's still something I'm doing wrong and that you guys can help me. I seriously, I don't know how I'm still getting this wrong. I can't believe I'm this idiotic, but I obviously have a long way to go, and it's going to be a little while before I know how to turn a bolt correctly. Probably quite a few times. But right now, I was twisting it. I believe it was lefty-loosey. Yeah, at this point I was doing lefty-loosey, and the bolt, it was just kind of spinning and spinning, but it was never coming off. You could see me at some points on one bolt, and I kept spinning around, and it wouldn't come off. Now, I don't really know what the deal is with that. See, I know there's some things, some bolts, like the bolts you put on a wheel. I know there's some bolts that I forgot what you call them. Studs on a wheel. You know what I mean. You break them with a breaker bar. But in this case, you guys told me, I believe from what I took from the comments in the last video, you guys said that I was just supposed to turn it and they would immediately come loose. I didn't have to break them or anything, which was what I was trying to do last time. And instead of breaking them, I actually broke them. So, I don't know, it was kind of weird. I didn't really know what I was doing. And at this point, I still don't. And I'm starting to get a little more helpless here. And I'm not sure where to go next because really I only have 2 sides where I can break into the engine. And so far, both sides, I have not made any progress. So, yeah, let's go back to the 2X. Good Lord. So, as you guys can see, I'm still having a rough time here. And getting on my knees, getting dirty. And we're on this one bolt where in summary, there are 2 spots that are blocking it from going all the way around. So I can't just keep twisting the wrench all the way around just left. I have to turn it all the way left as much as I can, take it off, and replace it in the same spot, and turn it left again. You guys know how it is, turning wrenches. And, I was doing this, but I still didn't feel like I was making progress. Now, I could be wrong, but I feel like you're supposed to do this, or you can just do it either way. Whatever, if there is room to just keep going left, then you can just keep going left. But if there isn't, you have to keep going left and then replace it and go left again. That whole thing. I'm not really sure if there's any terms for those 2 wrenching methods or whatever, but I'm still struggling with that. And you could see I actually did this for about 2 to 3 minutes straight, trying to get this bolt loose, and it never got any looser. it never got any better. So I'm not really sure what to do at this point. I'm trying every bolt that I can, and none of them seem to be coming any more loose. And I wonder if this is just because I'm not using a power tool. You know what? Now that I'm here doing this voiceover, I'm kind of thinking maybe I should use a power tool next time. I mean, maybe that would work better. Maybe next time I could find a way to get my dad's drill, and we could try drilling into the engine. Stay tuned for that, guys. But I feel like maybe it's just that I need more WD-40 and I need a power tool in order to get this out. I feel like that might be the issue. That's the only thing I can think of at this point. So maybe next episode we'll do that. I do believe that in some point I do go get the WD-40, which is like right next to my toolbox. And I did try and spray it down and spray some bolts loose, but nothing really came loose. I didn't thoroughly try it or anything. I didn't try it on that one bolt that I feel like would come out. So I don't know. It's just a possibility. This engine's been run for many, many miles, and I feel like it could have been something up with it, or it could have been ran so much that the bolts are too tight. But regardless, maybe that's what we try next episode. So stay tuned, and really, for the rest of this, I think I'm going to be playing this in 3x to speed it along. And if there's any more points where I have to stop, I'll make sure to stop and give you guys an explanation on what's going on. But in reality, that's really all I needed to say about this, because the rest of this recording, the rest of the 6 minutes of this recording is me just doing this same thing. In fact, I looked back at the video and I thought I was using WD-40, but no, I'm just being an idiot with the tool. Yeah. So let's speed this along. So this right here is where I grabbed the WD-40 and I try spraying it on some bolts to no prevail. So almost forgot to talk there. So right about here is when I decided to kind of give up. I didn't really work for too long, but it was really hot, and it was really starting to get to me, the fact that I just could not get anything done. I had no progress with 17 minutes of recording, and it doesn't seem like a lot at all, because it isn't. But really, I just didn't have any other options at that point. I don't have any experience with this, and now that I think about it, there were more things that I could do, but at that time, I didn't know, and I didn't have the time or anything like that. Just a bunch of excuses and all that, but at this point, you can just see me kind of sitting there, taking a break and looking at the engine. I just sit here and do this for like the next 2 minutes, just kind of inspecting this thing and seeing if I'm missing anything or what else I can do. And there's some things that I discovered. I actually discovered the valve caps had come off on the bottom because, they dropped out whenever I flipped over the engine on its side. But other than that, there isn't much else I did here. And really, that was about it. So, just go ahead and watch me give up, I guess. So, guys, yep, that was the video. More failure, as always. But, as I've said several times in this video, if you guys have any advice for me, if you guys have somehow watched this video all the way through, and, you guys might have seen some things and saw what I did wrong, please make sure to let me know in the comments below. And, well, I'll see you guys in the next one.